October 18th, 2022. The time is now 9:33. I call to order the meeting of the Birmingham City Council. This morning we'll have the invocation led by Father Kevin Bazell, Victor General and moderator of the Korea, the Catholic Diocese of Birmingham in Alabama. And our Pledge of Allegiance will be led by Councilor LaTanya Tate. If you all are willing and able, please stand and join us. Thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Let us pray. Almighty God, you are a community of persons, Father, Son, and Spirit, and we have been created in your image and likeness. You will the uniqueness of each individual person, yet you call us to imitate you as a community possessing one mind and one heart, in union with your mind and heart. Today we ask you to send your Holy Spirit upon the mayor, the city councilors, and upon all of their collaborators. May all that they do redound to your honor and glory and promote the true common good of the citizens of Birmingham. Recognizing the great privilege and responsibility with which they have been charged, and your holy desire to lead them in all things, may they seek your voice in their daily work and respond to the gentle promptings you offer them. In so doing, may your blessing come upon the people of this city, especially those who are most in need. In this way, we may call this city good, as you, Heavenly Father, are good and desire only good for all. We make these prayers through Christ our Lord. Amen.
Amen. Salute the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you very much. We thank you, Father. And thank you as well, Councilor Tate, for leading us in our pledge. At this time, Mr. Clerk, good morning.
Good morning.
If you would lead us in the roll call.
Councilmember Abbott. Councilmember Clark.
Present.
Councilmember Moore.
Top of the morning.
Top of the morning. Councilmember O'Quinn.
Good morning.
Good morning. Councilmember Tate.
Good morning.
Good morning. Councilmember Williams. Councilmember Woods. Council President Pro Tem Smitherman.
Good morning.
Good morning. Council President Alexander.
Good morning, President. The minutes are not ready from June 7th, 2022 through October 11th, 2022. This time I don't see the mayor, so we don't have to wait on his communications. I know he's on his way.
So I can, Madam President, just
Go
get
ahead and
started,
lead
but I
us.
do know that there are certain
All right.
presentations the mayor will cover.
Thank you. Good morning, Chief.
Good morning, Madam President, members of the council, Madam Pro Tem, and members of the public. There he is.
Good morning. Good morning. Perfect timing.
That was
Good morning.
good morning. Good morning, Madam President. Good morning to the council, as well as good morning to the public. Madam President, I have actually an extensive amount of things I would like to share with you all in the public this morning, so I'll just jump in. The first is around uniform trash bins. As you know, with this council support and urging to how we engage our refuge in a more efficient way, the City of Birmingham has officially launched its new uniform trash bin system for residential homes. The city purchased 100,000 garbage carts to create a more efficient and effective household garbage pickup system. So just a little note, some notes on this topic. Each Birmingham residential household will receive one complimentary 96-gallon industrial garbage cart. The delivery of the carts will move in phases. This first phase will be 20,000 plus among the city's 4 waste management districts. So the districts are spread out among each quadrant of the city, north, south, east, and west. The first phase of deliveries began yesterday and will continue for approximately 4 weeks. The second delivery phase will take place in early 2023. For our citizens who would want and need more information, please go to birminghamal.gov/pickup. Again, that's birminghamal.gov/pickup. Madam President and Council, as you know, the Hulk crept out and showed his face this morning. Will be with us for an extensive time this week, and the temperatures are expected to fall below freezing this week. And so the City of Birmingham is partnering with Jimmy Hill Mission to open a warming station to the public on today and tomorrow. Again, there will be a warming station open to the public today and tomorrow at the Jimmy Hill Mission. Those needing warm shelter can come to the mission, and the address is 3420 2nd Avenue North. Again, that address is 3420 2nd Avenue North. And the hours will be from 6 p.m. tonight to 7 a.m., as well as tomorrow from 6 p.m. to 7 a.m. In addition to that, a hot meal will be provided, as well as transportation will be available from Lynn Park, Brother Bryant Park, Kelly Ingram Park, and the Faith Chapel Care Center on 2nd Avenue. Anyone needing more information can also call 205-323-5878. Again, that phone number is 205-323-5878. As you all know, this is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. 1 in 8 women will get this unfortunate, terrible disease, and today I want to personally acknowledge, no different than we did last week and every week this month, acknowledge the brave women who are fighting and have survived and lost the battle to breast cancer. And in their honor, this Friday, we've declared October 21st as Pink Out Day. I understand that the President and Pro Tem will be having a contest, so who pink outfit is the best?
I don't think so.
All right.
She may not be in it.
But in all seriousness, I hope you all wear pink in honor of our breast cancer heroes. The Blues and Barbecue Festival that you all approved a few weeks back is this Sunday, October 23rd. The festival will be at Legion Field. I want to stress that this is a free event, and it will take place from 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. and will feature the Manhattans. Madam President, I know a little something about the Manhattans. With Gerald Alston plus Cupid and Big Roe Williams, who is the most enthusiastic voice on radio in Birmingham.
Great music.
Madam President of the Council, as you know, this is also Down Syndrome Month, and at this time I would like to ask Ms. Marcella Roberts, as well as her son Joshua, to come up as we speak a little bit about this.
Good morning.
Good to see you.
Good morning.
What's up? Oh, as well as Cheryl Stewart.
And her son, BJ.
Yeah.
Good morning.
BJ, what's up? So Down syndrome is the most frequently occurring chromosomal disorder, and it's the leading cause of intellectual and developmental delay in the United States. Today, in honor of Down Syndrome Awareness Month, we want to shine a light on those who are living with this disorder, as well as those who love, as well as care for them. Joining me today is Marcella Roberts, past board president of Down Syndrome Alabama, and her son Joshua, as well as Cheryl Stewart and her son BJ. What I want to do now, Madam President and Council, if it's okay with you, just read a portion of the proclamation. I won't read it in its entirety. And it states, whereas 1 in every 700 children are born with Down syndrome, representing an estimated 6,000 births per year in the United States, with approximately 85 of those annual births occurring in the state of Alabama. And whereas despite significant increases in lifespan and intellectual opportunities over the past decade, there is still much work to be done regarding the rights to equality, inclusion, education, medical care, research, employment, and support for people with Down syndrome. And whereas throughout public awareness, the City of Birmingham supports the initiatives of organizations working to ensure people with Down syndrome have adequate services, are valued by society, and can lead fulfilling and productive lives in our community. Now, therefore, I, Randall L. Woodfin, along with the Birmingham City Council, do hereby proclaim the month of October 2022 as Down Syndrome Awareness Month in support of individuals with Down syndrome as well as their families, advocates, researchers, and medical professionals, and would like to encourage all residents to work together to promote respect and inclusion of individuals with Down syndrome and to celebrate their accomplishments and contributions. And at this time, Madam President and Council, if it's okay with you, I want to step aside and allow Ms. Roberts, as well as if Ms. Stewart would like to have a few words to share.
Thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So thank you to Mayor Woodfin and the council for having us today. So October is Down Syndrome Awareness Month, and we're excited to celebrate all the possibilities for all of our children born with Down syndrome. My husband and I were blessed to have a son born with Down syndrome, and every single day he teaches us unconditional love, unconditional acceptance, and also teaches us what is possible. So there is no such thing as impossible in our household, because he shows us what can happen every single day. So we're excited about Down Syndrome Awareness Month, and we appreciate you having us today, and we look forward to just continuing to celebrate throughout this month and making sure that all of our babies and our adults, because the Down Syndrome organization in Alabama, we support individuals from birth to end of life. And there was a time when people thought that their lifespan was very short, but we have individuals living with Down syndrome now well into their 70s. And so we're excited about that and all the progression that has taken place. So thank you again, and I'll let Cheryl give some comments.
Again, I'd like to echo many of the things that Marcella shared with us. Thank you so very much, Mayor Woodfin and Birmingham City Council, for recognizing Down Syndrome Awareness Month. Many of you have known BJ over the years because BJ is the community of Birmingham. He's finished Birmingham City Schools, grew up in the YMCAs and the Step Ministry at 6th Avenue Baptist Church and everywhere else he could find a spot. So thank you so much for your support. I do want to let you know that also this Sunday at 12:30 p.m. we'll have the annual Down Syndrome Walk, Step Up for Down Syndrome, and BJ's Buddies has a page, and there's also an organizational page. So if there's some additional support available, we would certainly welcome it, but actually we're just here today to say thank you for your support, Mayor Woodfin, City Council, for Down Syndrome Awareness.
Thank you very much.
Madam President and Council, if it's okay with you all, at this time I would like Sean Dietrich to join us to the podium, actually, with his wife, Jamie, and the Birmingham Public Library Director, Janine Langston, and anybody else that's a part of the crew, actually. Good to see you, man. So, Madam President and Council, Sean Dietrich is a Southern writer who is known as Sean of the South. Last week he had a sellout book signing. Pretty cool. He had a sellout book signing at the Birmingham Public Library as he kicked off the release of his 14th book. I gotta catch up. You Are My Sunshine. He's joined here, of course, I mentioned some of those folks, but I'll reiterate, his wife, of course, and some of our library team members. And so what I'd like to do now is present a proclamation to Mr. Dietrich, who moved to Avondale earlier this year. They didn't tell me that. This must be South Avondale or North Avondale. I got you. Since he's been in the Magic City, he has discovered love for the city's food, its residents, and hikes at Ruffner Mountain. Sign me up for that. And so, again, I'll read this, not in its entirety, but it simply states, whereas Mr. Dietrich has known since he was a child that he wanted to be a writer. Though he encountered roadblocks on the path to becoming a celebrated author, even dropping out of school in the 7th grade, he did not let setbacks deter him. He persevered to complete his education and eventually achieve his dream. And today, he is a celebrated storyteller with work that has appeared in numerous publications. And whereas Mr. Dietrich, who is known as Sean of the South, writes with a sense of humor and openness, every day thousands of people visit his Instagram and Facebook pages to read his heartfelt and inspiring stories about people he meets on his travels in and around Alabama and beyond. Many unaware of him before reading his posts soon become fast fans after reading his writing. He is just that talented, and we in Birmingham are fortunate to have him here. Now, therefore, I, Randall L. Woodfin, Mayor of the City of Birmingham, along with the Birmingham City Council, do hereby issue this proclamation in honoring Mr. Sean of the South Dietrich, and encourage the residents, and encourage the residents of Birmingham, Alabama to rise to the occasion and salute the impact this upstanding citizen has made in society as well as in literature. And at this time, Madam President and Council, I would like Sean of the South to share a few words with you.
Well, when I first moved to Birmingham, we moved into our place in March. People told me that this was a vibrant and wonderful city. Within the first week, it snowed. Then it went to 75 degrees the next day, and my neighbor was cutting his lawn in cargo shorts. My neighbor behind me reported that he saw a small black bear cub wandering through his garbage, and there was a break-in at the edge of the street, but it wasn't a malicious break-in. It was somebody who left a note and filled up somebody's pantry. It was the strangest thing I've ever heard of in my life. I was really excited to be here. As soon as I got outside my front door, I fell into a brewery. And the very first thing that was said to me as I walked in was, "What kind of beer would you like tonight?" I told them, and they said, "It's so nice to have you in Birmingham." And those words were said to me with extreme honesty and genuineness. I really felt them. And since then, I've seen some wonderful things in this city, things too beautiful to name. A young man trying to complete a marathon or train for a marathon, even though he has cerebral palsy. There was a young woman who is 16 years old passing out blankets to homeless persons on the street. I have encountered a beautiful version of a citizen in this town, and I'd just like to be one of them. So I thank you for welcoming me to Birmingham. Thank you, Mayor Woodfin. Thank you, City Council.
Councilor Woods, did you want up to speak? You didn't hit the speaker button. Okay. Thank you.
Madam President, I have one last note, and the note includes you. Could you please come down to the podium, please? And to the City Council at this time, as Madam President comes down. We're doing this jointly, Mayor and Council presentation, on behalf of a very beloved daughter of our community and city. That is Lisa McNair. Please come up.
Hey, girl.
So, Council, as many of you all know, and as many Birminghamians know, as well as people around the world, September 15, 1963 is a day we remember because 4 little girls were killed in a senseless bombing by racist Klansmen at the 16th Street Baptist Church. But for Lisa McNair, however, the impact of that day is even greater. Her sister Janice was among those girls lost that day. But instead of her sinking into bitterness and hate, she and her family have courageously served our community, and most recently, Lisa has written a book called Dear Denise, Letters to the Sister I Never Knew. Today we want to honor her with the right page. And so at this time, I would like to ask Council President Ordine Alexander to present a resolution and commemorative corn in her honor.
Thank you very much, Mayor Woodfin. to Lisa. It is an honor to present you on behalf of the City Council this morning, this resolution to just thank you for this beautiful way of honoring your sister. We know that the McNair family were like, I want to say early settlers, but they came to the Cairo community and lived in our community for so many years. And so we have just celebrated as well as had thoughtful prayer with them during their tenure in the Cairo community. Lisa continues to call me whenever we have, can you cut that grass around there? And so she's a very diligent member of the Cairo community as well. So we just wanted to give you this recognition today and thank you for just the thoughtful memories, the way of writing letters to your sister, and the pictures that your father took. We know he was a great photographer, and so I'm not going to read everything, but we just want to say that in full accord with long-standing traditions, the Council of the City of Birmingham is justly proud to pay tribute to Miss Lisa McNair, a recognition of being the author of her exemplary book, Dear Denise, Letters to the Sister I Never Knew. The book consists of poignant and heartfelt letters to a sister who perished in the 16th Street Baptist Church bombing in Birmingham, Alabama. So at this time, councilors, I would like to offer this recommendation and accommodation for Ms. McNair for the book that she has written. And so at this time, I'd like to ask for unanimous consent.
Second.
All in favor, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed?
Thank you. And now the item.
Second.
All in favor, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed?
Thank you. This time, Lisa, we want to thank you. I'll put this aside, but just thank you so much for what you've done for our community and bringing this story to us. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
And I'll hold that for you. I'll hold that for
Thank y'all. I didn't think I was going to cry. That's just so sweet. I love Birmingham. I travel all the country speaking about the girls and Denise, and people say, "Are you still there? You still live there? Why do you still live there?" And this is home. And I'm very proud of my mayor and my city councilor and all of you. And I know y'all was friends, so I just want to say hey to everybody. And just thank you all so much for today, and God bless you and keep up the good work. And I want to give a signed copy to the mayor and President Wardine, and I have others if y'all want to buy some, and I'll sign them today. You know, shameless plug. But thank you all, and God bless y'all so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ms. McNair. Are there any councilors that would like to speak? Well, I just want to personally thank you. I'm Carol Smitherman's daughter, and so yeah, I know.
It blows my mind that you're an adult.
Yeah, so my mom was best friends with your sister, and she always talks about, those sweet memories of them playing dolls and makeup and talking about boys in church. And I think they were best friends like that. And I think it's so important that we remember history so it doesn't repeat itself, especially with a lot of people that are trying to erase certain events like that. So thank you so much. Thank you, Madam President. Thank you, Mayor Woodfin.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, councilors, without objection, the rules are suspended for presentations. I know Councilor Quinn has a presentation.
Yes, this morning we would like to welcome Ashan Shah and Agna Patel, members of the BAPS Hindu organization and BAPS charities in regard to the upcoming celebration of Diwali.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Thanks for having us here. Start. Namaste and Jai Swaminarayan. Bochasan Vasi Shri Akshar Purushottam Swaminarayan Sanstha, known as BAPS, was established in India in 1907. It's a socio-spiritual Hindu organization. The first temple in the US was established in 1974 in New York. And 26 years later, we had our first temple in Birmingham as well. That's the same year we had our BAPS charity started as well. May I have the next slide, please? Next slide, please. Thank you. BAPS addresses the spiritual, moral, and social challenges we face in our world, irrespective of class, creed, color, or country. BAPS is affiliated with the United Nations and has over 3,300 centers worldwide, which have received many national and international awards. Next slide, please. Many people ask us that how can you mix spirituality and social service? Where our response to that is another question, like how can you separate the two? Because our Guru, Pramukh Swami Maharaj, whose picture we see there, has taught us through his inspiring life and discourses that in the joy of others lies our own, in the progress of others rests our own, in the happiness of others resides our own. Next slide, please. Pramukh Swami Maharaj led the organization through selfless devotion to God and inspired millions around the globe to uplift humanity through the service of others. In fact, world leaders such as President Clinton, King Charles III, Kofi Annan, Pope John Paul II, and many others were moved by him. Next slide, please. In Birmingham, we were thrilled when Pramukh Swami came in the year of 2000 and was given the key to the city by Mayor Bernard Kincaid at the Alabama Theatre in presence of 1,400 people. We are celebrating Pramukh Swami Maharaj's centennial at UAB Ellis Defense Center on November 13th, 5 p.m. and we expect over 1,000 people to join. We would love to celebrate that with you and hereby personally invite each of us to join as well. Now we'll talk about Diwali. Thank you.
Good morning. Diwali is the most celebrated day in Indian culture. Diwali translates to a row of lamps and is commonly known as the Festival of Lights. Diwali symbolizes the victory of light over darkness, good over evil, and truth over falsehood. Its essence is captured by the Sanskrit phrase Tamso Ma Jyotirgamaya, which loosely translates as a prayer symbolizing the journey from darkness and ignorance to light and knowledge. Although Diwali is next Monday and each of you is invited to celebrate it with us on that day, I would love to have each of you light the symbolic diva or candle with me now. It's in the bags. Next slide, please. Finally, I cannot leave without remembering Bhagwan Swaminarayan and my Guru Pramukh Swami Maharaj. In the joy of others lies our own is that beautiful aspiration we pursue when following Pramukh Swami's selfless devotion to all. He taught us this ideal by practicing Divya Bhav, or seeing God in others. It is in this manner that BAPS Charities organizes and participates in disaster relief efforts, food drives, blood drives, cancer and health awareness programs, and tree planting drives. As we flourish as an organization in this city, we cannot ignore the great and selfless work that you councilmen, councilwomen, and Mayor Woodfin do to drive progress in our communities. We thank you, may God bless you, and we ask that you reach out to us when we may help and serve. Thank you, and Jai Swaminarayan.
Thank you very much. Thank you for reaching out to us and sharing information about your community and the celebration of Diwali. Birmingham is very much a city of immigrants. We started off with the steel industry and literally people from all over the world coming in as craftsmen to help nurture that industry. And that tradition, now continues, and we're so happy to have you all in the Hindu community to be part of nurturing multiculturalism in Birmingham. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Are there any counselors that would like to speak? Okay, thank you, Councilor Quinn. Councilor Clark.
If I may ask, with your center, could you come back to the microphone, please?
With your center in Birmingham and the volunteer activities that you pursue, do you welcome the entire other members of the community to come and participate in volunteer activities or whatever type of service that you have in your center?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. It's open to all.
Okay.
Yeah, and we would love for it to come. Yeah.
Could you explain a little bit about the service that you hold in your temple and what the service consists of, so that, and would people of other religious practices or denominations be welcome there?
Yeah.
Or?
Sure. So the two wings that we talked about. One was the BAPS as a spiritual organization, BAPS Charity as a social wing of it. With BAPS Charities, as she covered, we do a lot of like blood donation, tree plantation, walkathons. Each year we have like different causes. This year we supported the breast cancer, and like we raise funds and all as well. So that specific wing has like periodic events that come in, and we would be happy to share our calendars with you as we plan along as each of the year. But yeah, everybody is more than welcome to join, and this is in the joy of others lies our own. So more people we can celebrate this with, I mean, more happier we be.
Okay, and I heard tree planting, and that just resonated because I know that's something we're very interested in resuming well, we had a tree city designation years ago, and I think we've just sort of lost our way there, but we want to get back into planting trees in the city. So maybe there's an opportunity to partner on some initiatives.
We would be thankful. We would be honored to reach out to you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you for your time.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Clerk. Now yes. Thank you. Mr. Clerk, now we will consider the consent agenda.
Okay. Our consent agenda starts on page 2 with items 1, 2, 3, and 4. Give me a second to click them. And we skip over to page 3. We have items 5 and 6 on consent. I'm sorry, 5 and 7, not 6. Page 4, we have items 8 and 9 designated as consent, and it's been requested that item number 10 be withdrawn. Page 5, we have items 11, 12, 13, 15, and 16 on consent. Item 14 has been requested to be withdrawn as well. Page 6, we have items 17, 18, 19, 20, and 22 on consent. Item 21 has been requested to be withdrawn. Page 7, we have items 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, and 28 on consent. Page 8, we have items 29, 30, 32, 33, and 34 on consent. Item number 31 has been requested to be withdrawn. Page 9, we have items 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, and 40 on consent. Page 10, we have items 41, 42, 43, and 44 on consent. Page 11, items 45, 46, 47, and 48 are on consent. Page 12, items 49, 50, 51, and 52 are on consent. Page 13, we have items 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, and 58 on consent, and that concludes the consent agenda.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Clerk. Are there any counselors that would like to take items off consent?
Yes, Madam Pro Tem, if we could remove item number 2 from consent.
Okay, thank you, Councilor Clark. Councilor Moore, do you have anything? Councilor Abbott? Madam President?
No.
Councilor Williams? Councilor Woods?
Item 7.
Item 7, okay.
Oh, I'm sorry, item 8.
Item 8.
7 and 8 or just 7?
Only 8.
Only 8.
I think that's it for me. I don't have anything. Okay. See, all items designated as consent are routine and non-controversial and will be approved by one motion. No separate discussion of these items will be permitted unless a council member, the mayor, or citizen interested in a public hearing so requests. If so, such items will revert to its normal place on the agenda order of business. All matters of permanent operation, labeled P, will be read. All other matters will be announced by reading the item number only. All public hearings will be announced. Council, is there a motion for approval?
So moved.
Second.
All right, so I have council member, let's see. Hold on one second. Council member.
It was Madam President and Council Williams.
Okay, I don't see his name up before roll call, that's why I'm saying. Council Williams just came in. Well, not just came in. I'm sorry. All right, Councilor Williams, and then I have the second, okay. Take. All right, let me put that motion up for you right quick. That should be up now. And voting should be open. Councilor Taylor's out.
Yeah, Council Taylor's out. Okay, well, the consent agenda passes. Okay, Mr. Clerk, can you call up the first item?
All right, first item is item number 2. A resolution. I'm sorry?
Oh, no, sorry.
Okay, resolution relative to the application of Carter's Hookah Lounge and Grill Incorporated for a restaurant retail liquor license to be used at Carter's Grill, 512 Reverend Abraham Woods Jr. Boulevard, North Birmingham, in the hearing of all interested parties. Motion, please.
I'd like to make a motion to table this item until Councilor Tate comes back.
Get it before us first.
Okay, get it before us.
Okay. All right, so it's before you now, you can do it.
Okay, Councilor Clark.
Yes, I'd like to make a motion to table this item until... Okay.
Who seconded?
I did.
Okay, all right, so items tabled. All right, it's tabled. So 6 is next. Ready?
Okay, yes.
Item 6, an ordinance authorizes the Birmingham Chief of Police to execute a one-year agreement beginning October the 1st, 2022, and ending September the 30th, 2023, between the Alabama Enforcement Agency, ALEA, for the State Bureau of Investigation in the City of Birmingham, for its Birmingham Police Department, for the city's participation in the Alabama Drug Enforcement Task Force, ADTF, and for distribution and receipt of funds and property forfeited as a result of investigations by ADTF. A motion, please.
Motion on the item.
And it's an item of permanent, so this is for UC.
Motion for UC.
Second.
All in favor, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, now the item.
So moved.
Second.
He said no to UC.
You said no to UC? I'm sorry. I apologize. I didn't have to hear that. Okay. So that item, I'll be back before you next week.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Clerk. Next item.
8. Item 8, a resolution approving and authorizing the mayor to execute a project agreement with Kratos CRE Incorporated, under which Kratos CRE will equip and operate an advanced materials testing, research, engineering facility at 757 Tom Martin Drive, with total estimated capital investment of $26,600,000, and will hire 76 new full-time employees over up to 5 years in an amount equal to $3,000 for each new full-time employee hired in the preceding year, not to exceed a total incentive amount of $228,000. Motion, please.
So moved. Second.
All right. Councilor Williams and Councilor Quinn, item is
Yes, so this item was approved by the Budget and Finance Committee and Economic Development Committee. Mr. Mayor.
Yes, ma'am. At this time, Madam President, Madam Pro Tem, and Council, I will have Cornell Wesley, who's over at IEO, as well as any of his team members, come up and do a high-level presentation and then answer any questions you have. Or would you like for us to go straight into questions?
Well, I would like to have this item, I'm glad it was pulled off. Just give us a high-level view of what's going on here. Thank you.
Well, good morning. Again, my name is Cornell Wesley, and I serve as the Director for the Office of Innovation and Economic Opportunity. What we have before you is a development agreement between the city and Kratos Defense and Security Solutions. Kratos is based in San Diego. A few months ago, the company acquired the engineering division of Southern Research Institute. That acquisition established Kratos SRE within the company's Defense and Rocket Support Services division. The project brings 76 new jobs to the city over the next 5 years at an average salary of $95,000 and a total capital investment of approximately $27 million. Over the initial 10 years of the Kratos operations, city schools realize new revenue in excess of $10 million. In excess of $1 million. Based on a detailed cost-benefit analysis of the project over the same first 10 years of operations, the city receives 5-to-1 return on its investment. For more details on Kratos, I will ask Mike Johns to address the council for specific questions related to the company's operations. Also, the Office of the City Attorney and David Humber with Maynard Cooper, legal counsel to Kratos, should also be here to discuss or address your questions about the agreement itself.
Thank you.
Yes, so as he introduced, I'm David Umber with Maynard Cooper, counsel for Kratos SRE, and we have Chris Tanner here today instead of Mike Johns, who works with Kratos and can give a little high overview of this project and how it's exciting for the city and the aerospace industry that the city is placing an emphasis on these days.
Well, good morning. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to answer any other questions you have again.
Okay, are there any councilors that have any questions? I know Councilor Woods pulled this off of consent.
Thank you. Real quick, just wanted to make sure I got a good understanding of the incentive structure. And that might be a question on our end, on administration end. The incentive structure for this deal.
So the incentive structure is what you're requesting information about? Specifically what?
Right, I just want to make sure I got an understanding of over the 5 years. It sounds like, what is the incentive tied to? The 200, is it 228,000 or is it 3 million? I think that the text is unclear, or maybe I'm reading it wrong, but it basically refers to 76 employees over the 5-year period in an amount equal to 3 million. So I'm assuming that, is that tied to the employee cost, or if you could kind of clarify what the incentive structure.
Good morning, City Council. I'm Irene Johnson, Service Project Manager to the Office of Innovation and Economic Opportunity. The details of the project is it's a ramp up over a 5-year period for the job creation. The city is going to obligate $3,000 per new job based upon actual jobs per annual, so it's going to be a year in arrears that those funds will be refunded back from occupational taxes. So once they reach their threshold and achieve that goal over the 5-year period of 76 jobs, then the $236,000 incentive will be reconciled and it'll be completed.
Okay, so it's basically up to that amount per year per job they create, or is that the total amount?
Based upon actual hires per annual year. So say, for instance, they do 20 jobs this year, 15, up to the amount of 76 jobs. Upon reaching that 76 job cap, then the incentive is reconciled and it's complete.
Okay.
It's only a payment for each in that year. Like if that you don't pay multiple years for the same job.
It's for actual net new jobs per year. Net new.
Cap of 228 is the 76 jobs times 3,000. So if they hired all 76 and you got 3,000, you cap it at 228.
All right, yeah, I appreciate it. That is creative. Definitely want to throw a nod over to IEO for just continuing to find ways to bring stuff here, and you do it quietly. So thank you so much.
Yeah, Cornell is definitely a quiet storm. You know, you won't hear from him for a while, and then boom, he'll come out with 5 new initiatives. Councilor Moore, and then Councilor Clark.
Yeah, I did have a question. I think we had brought this up before about just recruitment of these different employees. are we looking into, our HBCUs and, trying to make sure that we're recruiting those students to take advantage of these different opportunities?
Absolutely. So we have a program at Tuskegee, and we have multiple programs throughout our community, Lawson Community College, our local community and trade schools, because we're trying to ramp up and hire not just professional engineers, but technicians and machinists. And these are not short-term hires. Our average year out in our laboratory is about 20 years of experience, so we intend to hire to train these individuals, to pay for their training and education as well as their apprenticeships, and then retain them throughout their career. Because this is very technical aerospace engineering work that we want to generate and retain here in Birmingham.
Is there a certain number of students that you all are seeking as a goal to recruit from these different HBCUs?
So we'll take all that we can get. We can't currently get enough right now. We have 10 open requisitions in our machine shop, double that in our technician laboratories, our 5 different laboratories, as well as 14 open requisitions for engineering positions. We're onboarding 4 technicians and machinists this week, so the more folks that we can get and retain, we plan to do that. And I spoke before, frankly, we're behind China and Russia in the hypersonics race, so that's not a spigot that we can turn on and off quickly. That's expertise that we have to train from the ground up and retain here in the state of Alabama.
I definitely think this is a great opportunity for our students, and just being able to have jobs like this in this field. So thank you.
Thank you, Council Moore. Council Clark.
Thank you, Madam Pro Tem. I wasn't going to ask an education question, but y'all kind of triggered me. Do you work with the Alabama Workforce Training Center? They do have a machining course that could possibly, you could either run some new hires through or
yes, we do.
Hire from that program.
Yes, we do. So we maintain apprentice programs through them. We bring apprentice machinists in as interns through their apprenticeship, and then we offer them full-time employment at the completion of their apprentice program.
Excellent, excellent, because I know we've got some great training resources here. I just wanted, I got familiar with this through committee, but since you're at the podium, I was wondering if you could offer the community just an overview of what you do there, because when we heard about it before, I know we were pretty excited and curious about it. So if you could just give an overview of what your company does in the aerospace field.
Sure.
And I'll just say I'm excited about your
Sure. So we are not a new entity at Birmingham, and as part of Southern Research has been here in Birmingham for about 80 years. 29 years ago, we established the Tom Martin campus down Lakeshore, Oxmoor area, which is a 50-acre campus dedicated solely to the engineering division that was part of Southern Research. We have been doing, as a steel town, there's a deep knowledge of high-temperature materials, so our organization has been supporting the government and NASA in their high-temperature materials research since the Apollo program, and then more predominantly through the Space Shuttle program. After the Columbia disaster, Southern Research chaired the Return to Flight Committee to get space shuttles operational again, and we did that through a high-altitude research aircraft to image launch and re-entry of those shuttles, and that was designated under a 14-month program for just 8 missions. So 22 evolutions later and many thousands of missions, we have supported the global war on terror and then all of our commercial space companies that are sending aircraft into space. When companies need to go into space and, more importantly, re-enter the atmosphere, Kratos SRE is the independent research and approval authority for all of those companies' re-entry materials to survive physics' most difficult problem, which is re-entering the atmosphere. We are independent and unbiased, so we work with all the defense entities and all the defense industry primes. So we are not agnostic to a Lockheed or a Raytheon. We work with everybody and qualify their materials for those programs. So they look to us for our unbiased nature and our expertise because we have been doing this for many, many decades. And as you've seen with SpaceX or the ULA programs, and then more importantly, the Artemis launch for SLS that's going to happen next month, those crewed capsules look very similar to the Apollo era capsules because the physics and science has not changed. So, but we have better manufacturing and better materials, so they look to our expertise to qualify those new materials and manufacturing processes so that they can go and send humans into space.
I just have one more quick question. Thank you for that great overview. So, we talk a lot about research and development, commercializing research and development, especially being a university-anchored town that gets a lot of research dollars and having Southern Research here. Would you say this is the result of research that was commercialized?
It's definitely a collaborative effort. We rely on UAB and Huntsville and all of our academic institutions in the University of Alabama education system to do the basic and fundamental research that we bring to a higher level, readiness level into flight. And so a lot of our senior engineers started here at the University of Alabama at Birmingham and University of Huntsville and here in the state and continue to work and support those. So that's where that internship and co-op student collaboration comes in for young student engineers to come out of the educational system and spend time at our facility while they complete their degree and then hopefully can find gainful permanent employment in our institution.
Thank you, Councilor Clark. Councilor Quinn.
Yeah, I just wanted to touch on the fact that, this is kind of building on Birmingham's history. One of the things that we in our current, state, we've transitioned to a knowledge-based economy, but our foundation is in manufacturing, metallurgy, and material science, and that legacy is part of the reason that you're here before us today. And just wanted to kind of shine a light on that, and all of that is still very much a major factor in the local economy. There is, a lot of expertise still in Birmingham in all of those aspects, and it's great to see that, that is now transitioning to aerospace and high tech and defense industry. So I just wanted to point that out. Thank you.
Yep. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilor Quinn. Are there any other Madam President?
Yes, thank you very much. I am continue to be excited about, I won't say the acquisition, but the fact that Kratos decided to continue this research and this type of industry or this type of work in Birmingham, especially in District 7. I'm also equally excited to know of the commitment to bring these jobs and to go out into our community and to recruit and utilize Lawson State and other schools that are there for us. And I'm always excited when we go out and we give these type of incentives, how they will impact our residents and those that we're trying to recruit into the city of Birmingham. So I thank you for that. You are part of a neighborhood, Oxmoor Valley neighborhood, that are very willing to work with you and consider you a part of that family. So thank you.
Great, thank you.
Thank you, Councilor Williams.
Thank you. I just really want to echo President Alexander's statement, and I want to commend you guys for being part of the community. I know when there's an acquisition, a lot of times it's unclear whether there's going to be a long-term commitment in the community where that acquisition took place, and you guys are clearly demonstrating that y'all are a long-term partner. So thank you for being in Birmingham.
Yeah, I'll second that with Kratos and Southern Research Partnership. The intention to purchase the entire land and facilities is a demonstration of their commitment to stay here. And as they have locations all over the country, and because of our machining and manufacturing expertise, to build that capability here in Birmingham instead of moving those jobs. elsewhere throughout the company. So they're very excited about it.
Yes, well, thank you for choosing Birmingham. Councilor Moore.
Yeah, real quick, and just for clarity's sake, is the space already built out? Do you already have everything in position, or is that something that has to be done?
Yes, so we have, the campus is 50 acres in total. We have 11 acres that are occupied. We have 3 research facilities and buildings that are built out, as well as a 20-man machine shop that can produce all kinds of flight articles. Gotcha. But we have a very well-established and state-of-the-art facility, but we have a lot of room to grow, and that's what they're excited about, is the usable land that is not currently occupied that they want to expand on, but they also wanted to acquire so that a competitor or a foreign entity would not put anything anywhere near their facility that could compete.
Gotcha. And the reason I ask that is because I think that it would be beneficial for us as a council to come and view the space. I know that we're hearing about all the great things that you all are doing, but I know it's a different story when you can lay eyes on it. And so just would like to throw that out there to the council.
Yep, our doors are always open.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Okay, well, we'll make sure to get with the mayor's office to schedule that tour once it's done. So, Mr. Clerk, who's next? Oh, sorry, Councilor Tate, I didn't see you.
I just want to thank Mr. Wesley and his team, and also you all for this great opportunity. But one thing that I do want to ask is, do you guys have a website up where people can view the qualifications for jobs, and are you a second chance employer?
Yes, we are. You can go to the Kratos Defense website and go to Open Careers and click Birmingham, and it has all of our current open requisitions. I wasn't familiar. I didn't.
A second chance employer.
What is a second
chance employer? Are those people that have made mistakes in their life and have redeemed themselves, and would like some opportunities like these.
Yes, it certainly depends on the position. A lot of the work that we do for the U.S. government is of the classified nature and requires a security clearance, which requires a background check. But as part of the new DIS continuing reinvestigation program, they have changed the protocol of how they do that and how they look at a person over the entire scope of their life, from what mistakes that they may be made as a young person versus as an adult, and take that into account. So.
Thank you, Councilor Tate. Mr. Clerk, I call for the vote. Okay, the item passes. Next item.
Thank you again.
Do you want to pick up the tabled item?
Yeah, can we pick up item?
Motion.
So moved.
In favor, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
All right, item 2 is back before you.
Okay, Councilor Tate.
Motion, please.
So moved.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I was about to say. Councilor Tate.
I'm good with item 2. The license is for Carter's Grill, and the entity name is Carter's Hookah Lounge, but the license that they are applying for is for the grill, Carter's Grill. So it is on, public record through public safety that they are well aware that they cannot operate this facility as a hookah lounge, because you can't operate a hookah lounge in a full-fledged facility that serves food. So hookah lounge has to be operated in a lounge, in a setting that serves snacks, and they serve food. So they are well aware of that the license is for Carter's Grill. So I just wanted to make you all aware of that.
Well, thank you for that educational moment, because I didn't know that. So are there any councilors that would like to speak? Okay, I call for the vote, Mr. Clerk. Okay, the item passes. Next item.
Next should be item 10, which is withdrawn. And we're going to item 14, which is also withdrawn. And next would be item 21, which is also withdrawn. And then we'll go to 31, which is also withdrawn. And finally, we'll go to item number, end of agenda. I'm sorry.
Madam President, I see you on your abracadabra today. Okay. Nice agenda.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Mayor, for your kind words. Okay, well, now it's time for old and new business. Let's see. Let's start with Council Woods.
Good morning. A couple announcements. Number one, the Fall Severe Weather Preparedness Day is going on today at Archwell Health. That's going to be 12 noon until 2 p.m. Just a great opportunity to gather resources, information, and things to ensure that you're prepared for potential severe weather this year. I want to encourage everyone to come out to the next installment of the Safe Summer Series on Sunday, October 23rd at Patton Park. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Councilor Woods. Councilor Tate.
Thank you, Madam Pro Tem. We are getting geared up for our next State of the District, which will be October the 20th at McAlpine Park Recreational Center located at 1115 Avenue F, Birmingham 35218. Also, we will have our last event, Let's Talk Peace, Healing, and Public Safety Sneaker Soiree with myself and a host of others. We also will have Clint Lacey, who is a well-known trainer when it comes to credible messenger, so he will be one of the panel guests. Our own Dr. Megan Venable Thomas will be there, myself, Brandon Johnson. So we really want you all to help spread the word with your schools and your district to get the young people out. We're asking them to write an essay and wear the best sneaks. So we do have some prizes. Hibbett's is giving us some prizes to give out to the kids. So if you guys can elevate this for me in your school district, I would certainly appreciate it. That's all I have, Madam Pro Tem.
Where's the sneaker soiree?
It is Saturday. I'm sorry. It is Saturday, October the 22nd, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m., and it's at the Crossplex. And so we will have box lunches available as well.
Okay. I'm going to win the best sneaker contest, so okay. Council Williams.
Thank you. Economic Development and Tourism will be in the council chambers following this meeting, which might be a little bit later because we're zooming through this, so it might be closer to 11:30. Southeast Lake Neighborhood Meeting will be Monday, October the 24th at 6 o'clock at Southeast Lake United Methodist Church in Crestwood. South will also be meeting on Monday, October 24th at 6:30 at Crestwood Tavern, and that is all I have.
Thank you, Council Williams. And I saw you had a really good event yesterday with BPD, with breast cancer awareness.
Yeah. I just want to give a shout out to my staff, Mabel Perry, as well as BPD, for doing the event that they held at headquarters yesterday. That really recognizes all of the members of both BPD, but also members of the city of Birmingham that have both fought the fight of breast cancer and won, and fought the fight and lost. And so it was really special for me to be able to celebrate with my friend and my staff, Mabel, who has fought the fight a second time in her life and is winning and has won. So very almost emotional, but very, very nice to see BPD do that. And I think it's important. One thing that I hear talked about a lot, but I think that the public needs to really be cognizant of is it's always surprising to me that how young some ladies get diagnosed with breast cancer, and the importance of early detection and what it means in terms of if the detection is early, what it means for the likelihood of survival. It completely changes the likelihood of survival. So early detection in mammograms, I think, was the consistent message of their importance. And so shout out to Chief Thurman and BPD for that event.
Thank you, Councilor Williams. Councilor Quinn?
Yes. So tonight we have Central City Neighborhood Association, who's meeting at the Birmingham Central Library at 6 p.m. And on Thursday night, There's a North Avondale Neighborhood Association meeting also at 6 p.m. at the North Avondale Library. Just want to thank all the people who came out to the Safe Summer concert series at City Walk on Sunday afternoon. It was a lot of fun. I think we had about 3,000 people show up. And a good time, and really enjoyed joining Councilor Tate for skate night at the Boutwell. That was a lot of fun. I thought I could skate, but then I saw all those guys out there doing all kinds of stuff that I would never dream of doing. So it was a good time. We have some talented folks in our skate community, really, and many thanks to Harry Turner, Traveling Shoes, and all he's doing to kind of lead that community. So hope to do it again sometime soon. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilor Klein. I've really been enjoying the Safe Summer concert series. I think this is probably the best year yet. So, and thank you, Councilor Tate, for always bringing, great activities to the city, because we don't have a skating rink inside the city. So thank you for that. Councilor Abbott.
Thank you. This is, there it is. My light doesn't work, but I don't have much of a microphone. There will be a special call Planning and Zoning meeting and Committee of the Whole meeting tomorrow, October 19th at 2 p.m. in the council chamber. We have to consider a change to the zoning ordinance, so it will be important. The Planning and Zoning meeting scheduled for October 26th at 3:30 is canceled, so that's like the good news. The Neighborhood Association meeting updates for tonight. We have 5 Points South Neighborhood Association at 6 p.m. at the Highlands United Methodist Church. Next Monday, October 24th, the Crestwood South Neighborhood Association meets at 6:30 p.m. And as always, I always remind everyone that in District 3 that our website, we try to put all the updates and information that we receive from everyone on that site, and it's www.bhamdistrict3.com. And that's it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Councilor Abbott. Councilor Moore.
Thank you, Madam Pro Tem. In 2011, Alabama State received one of the largest donations from an alum in the history of the institution. $1 million from Brother Larry Thornton, and his son is following in his footsteps. Dale Thornton made one of the largest donations to Miles College a couple of days ago, $500,000, and so just wanted to give him a big shout out for supporting our HBCUs, and really setting an example of how we could really give back to the places that gave to us. And so just wanted to give him a big shout out. Speaking of colleges and donations and loan forgiveness, for those of you who don't know, the debt relief loan, student loan debt relief application has been launched on the federalstudentaid.gov website. And so if you are looking to be eligible for student loan debt relief, please visit studentaid.gov/debt-relief/application. Fairly simple application, not hard at all. They really don't ask a whole lot of information from you. Really, if you have made less than $125,000 in 2021 or 2020, as an individual, you would be able to qualify. And if you are a family that makes under $250,000 or made under $250,000 in 2021 or 2020, then you also qualify. So please do not miss out on that opportunity. I also want to just reiterate that, like Councilor Wood said, we have Safe Summer Series that's coming up. Going to be a great event at Patton Park. Have the Connection Band coming out, Dominique Posey and Silk. So please bring your lawn chairs. There'll be food trucks available. It's going to be a really great time for everybody to enjoy. Let me see, last two things. The Cigar Men of Distinction will be having the annual Magic City Classic kickoff. And we'll be having a day party on Sunday, the 23rd at Lit on 8th from 2 to 7 p.m. So if you are available, make sure you go and check them out. Again, Cigar Men of Distinction at Lit on 8th this upcoming Sunday from 2 to 7. And then lastly, neighborhood elections are taking place on tonight, or right now, actually.
Right now.
I'm sorry. So from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., residents are able to go and vote at Hooper City Rec Center, Memorial Park Rec Center, Hawkins Rec Center, and Legion Field. Again, residents have the option to vote at any of the 4 open polling sites. Ballots for all 99 neighborhoods will be at each site. Residents are required to show a current ID and or proof of residency. So just want to encourage you all to go out and vote today for your neighborhood association officers. And that concludes my announcements.
Councilor Moore, Councilor Woods.
Thank you. Just wanted to add that the Huffman neighborhood will be meeting next Monday at 7 p.m. at Cornerstone High School.
Thank you. Thank you for the reminder about neighborhood elections. And I know we have a few neighborhoods that have a lot of vacancies, so you can actually write in somebody's name as well. So thank you, Councilor Moore. Councilor Clark.
Thank you, Madam Pro Tem. Want to give a shout out to the Smithfield community on the beautiful new artistic addition to their community. This past Saturday, city staff and community members under the direction of muralist Lydia Walker painted the intersection of 8th Avenue West and Center Street, and the vibrant colors really brighten up the area. The District 8 team was out there painting, and the mayor stopped by like an inspector. But it was so much fun, and kudos to Create Birmingham for executing this project on behalf of the city. Also had more fun Saturday afternoon at Space 111's 35th anniversary celebration with a street party with all these interesting art activations in the street. They also had live music. I had my Dominique Posey preview, food trucks, a stunning contemporary art exhibition, and they even had a big screen in the middle of the street so that people could keep an eye on the Bama game. They might have learned something about having an event while the Alabama game is on, but it was still a really good event. Neighborhood meetings this week. We've got the Graymont neighborhood meeting tomorrow evening, Wednesday at 4:30. It's via conference call or in person at the Smithfield Library. You can call our office, my office, at 205-254-2304 to get dial-in information. If you plan to be in person, remember to wear your mask and continue to be vigilant about distancing, as COVID and flu are in season. Neighborhood elections are today, as previously mentioned, and I know that Central Park neighborhood is one of those without no representation currently, and also no one who's qualified to run for any of the positions. So if you live in Central Park, please think about going out to vote, and you can write in candidates for all 3 positions. That's president, vice president, and secretary. The Birmingham Parks and Rec staff are in full swing preparing for the 81st Magic City Classic. That's going to take place on Saturday, October 29th in Birmingham at Legion Field. Ticket sales are up, and tailgaters are anxiously awaiting another bite at the apple because all the tailgate spots sold out in like 3.5 minutes online. So they're going to open up some more spots that people can line up for. That's going to be, those additional spots go on sale at 8 a.m. Monday morning, October 24th. If you'd like more information about getting a tailgate spot, you can call 205-254-2391. Also, if you live in the area around Legion Field, residents can pick up their residence passes. That will allow you to drive your car inside the perimeter that's set up for the game. You can pick those passes up in the lobby of Legion Field beginning October 17th through the 28th, and you must have proof of residence like an ID or utility bill, deed to your home, etc. And there's a limit of 2 per household. Also note that the Birmingham Parks and Recreation are still offering the safe havens for our youth. The movies are over, but children can still come in for tutoring, snacks, recreation, and more. This is from 3:30 to 7:30 at the following rec centers. Martin Luther King Rec Center on Mondays, Central Park Rec Center on Tuesdays, Inslee Rec Center on Wednesdays, or Harrison Rec Center Monday through Wednesday. So remember, 3:30 to 7:30, those centers are open and ready to serve our youth. Also, a new District 8 walking group is on the move, and this is every Thursday at 8 a.m. sharp. Actually, it's better to get there a little before 8 so that we can start walking at 8 o'clock sharp. And we meet at the Crossplex Starbucks, and all fitness levels are welcome, and no registration is required. Just show up wrapped up because it's going to be pretty cold this time. But once you get to moving, you know, your body warms up. So hope to see you there. Burr. The mayor talked about the warming stations already. So just want to remind people that the Jimmy Hale Mission does have the warming station set up. I can barely read this, it's so small. Bear with me. Okay, so the hours are 6 p.m. to 7 a.m., and that's for Tuesday and Wednesday evening. So tonight and tomorrow night, where the temperatures are expected to go below freezing. And he mentioned earlier that transportation will be provided for people with mobility issues from Lynn Park, Brother Bryan Park, Kelly Ingram Park, and the Faith Chapel Resource Center downtown. So again, Jimmy Hale Mission, 3420 2nd Avenue North. Everybody stay warm.
Thank you, Councilor Clark. Councilor Quinn?
Yeah, I just wanted to announce that the BRT, the free rides have been extended, so there's no fare. Initially, the plan was to do that for 30 days, but that has now been extended to November 22nd. So even more opportunity to try out the BRT. Again, that's no fare until November 22nd or through November 22nd.
Okay, thank you, Councilor Quinn. You know, I talked to Madam President. I think you guys got an email about us kind of trying it and see how it is, because I know it goes from like my parents' house to even maybe down here, so hopefully we can try it. Okay, Madam President.
All right, thank you. These are the announcements for District 7. We do have several neighborhood association meetings coming up this week. Today, the Green Acres neighborhood will meet at the Lifting Christ Worship Center. That's at 6:30. Tomorrow, the West Goldwire Neighborhood Association will meet virtually at 6 p.m. And then on Thursday, October 20th, the Industrial Center Neighborhood Association, as well as the Germania Park Neighborhood Association, all meet via conference call. Industrial Center will meet at 1 p.m. and Germania Park meets at 6 p.m. The Winona Dragons did have a very good homecoming week. And this week they face the John Carroll Catholic Cavaliers, and that'll be at the Bell Culpeper Stadium. This is the last home game of the season, and this is senior night. So if anyone wants to come out at 7 p.m. and wish our seniors well. Bulk and trash pickup is scheduled for Germania Park on Friday, and if you have a missed pickup You can call 311 at 205-254-6312 or the D7 hotline at 205-304-1797. And we just want to remind everyone that D7 will be participating in the Birmingham Barbecue and Blues Festival. We have our pit master that will be representing D7, so competition is on, guys. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you, Madam President. I gotta get my pit master. Speaking of which, well, y'all know I gotta say happy homecoming to my alma maters. University of Alabama, let's pray we don't lose this game. And Hampton University as well. I can't go to Hampton's homecoming. The 5 Point South neighborhood meeting will be tonight at 6 p.m. The Jazz Essence experience will be this Friday at 6 p.m. at the 6th Avenue Baptist Church. The District 6 office, along with the Jefferson County Department of Health, Swap Win Birmingham, Stay Focused Project, and First Baptist Church in Mason City will host a senior health fair this Saturday from 11 to 3 at the First Baptist Church in Mason City. Also, we will be hosting a classic street market Sunday on this Sunday from 1 to 5 at the Mark Steele Building located at 600 6th Avenue South, so it's right across the street from Memorial Park. So come join us and kick off Magic City Week in style. So we'll have vendors and food trucks and just a whole bunch of local businesses. We actually have more than 30 vendors. So I'm actually really excited. And the DJ is DJ Homie, and it will be hosted by Lady Wu. And the next Budget and Finance meeting will meet this Monday at 3 p.m. in the council chambers at 3:30. Submissions are due tomorrow by noon. Submissions received after noon will be placed on the next Budget and Finance agenda. Email submissions to laquita.wilson@birminghamal.gov. For more information on exciting events happening in District 6, visit our website at www.d6bham.com. Councilors, we have one speaker. Oh, Council Williams.
Sorry, one more thing I wanted to bring up, and this might be, I don't know if this is directed at our council administrator or the Cheryl or the law department, but where are we with redoing the transparency form? Because we all of a sudden have governmental entities that we routinely do business for that cannot do studies on behalf of the city of Birmingham. And so this is an ongoing issue. And I've sent emails and we said we're working on it with the law department. So where are we in redoing that transparency form?
Mr. McDaniels or Attorney King? Which one?
How did that get punted to me?
I can say
so,
that. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, so, Madam President.
I was going to say, yes, we did consider that and reviewed that in the administration meeting and passed that out of that committee.
Right, so I think, Councilor Williams, to your question, during the administration committee meeting last month, the city attorney's office presented conceptually some changes that they felt like the council could agree to. However, they were reluctant to present an actual final draft of a revised transparency form, only because we had discussion around them preparing something, submitting it to you as a draft, and the council adopting it, versus them having a conceptual conversation with you and coming back and making revisions after the administration committee had an opportunity to give feedback. So I think, and I don't want to speak in his absence, but Keith Sheffield has reached out for additional input from us so that a draft can be presented to the council at the next administration committee. But other than that, I don't necessarily have all of the additional details that you may be looking for.
So for 6 months, we have been trying to get the Regional Planning Commission to do a study, who routinely does studies and work on behalf of the city of Birmingham ad nauseum. They're a quasi-governmental entity. They do work for us all the time. And during this 6 months of frustration where they've done tons of work for the city this year, previous years, and I've been trying to get this. I'm extremely frustrated by the fact that this is being held up, and we've talked about drafts for 6 months, and and changing this for 6 months, we're being held up by our own red tape. And I'm hopeful that we can push this through for the citizens of Birmingham. So anyway.
Thank you, Councilor Williams. Councilor Clark, and then Councilor Moore.
I just wanted to note that I think part of our process was to get a draft to all councilors for, to review.
Turn that over to the city
and mark
attorney office,
up.
and they're going to
Okay.
send that back to us. So
Yeah,
thanks
so
for
you'll
reminding
have a chance to review and comment on before it is in final form. Just wanted to say that.
Thank you. You have something else? I'm sorry.
Well, I'm also wondering why they can't fill out the transparency form as it exists today, because they must have filled it out 100 times before.
I think the point is that I agree, but it's being scrutinized to a different level, where we have a quasi-governmental entity being asked, what is every single project they've worked on behalf of the city of Birmingham, and they're trying to but we can't look, we're not willing to look at that on our side. We're making them pull that. And so the volume that they're having to pull and the things that they're having to do are it's so onerous and the amount of times it's being returned to them because we're saying, oh, something's missing. So we know the answer because we know something's missing, but we're not willing to help with it.
Okay, well, maybe that's something we can have a discussion with the administration about. Okay, Councilor Moore, I know you had something to say.
Yeah, and I'll just, kind of shifting gears a little bit. I forgot to make mention that giving a big shout out to the Woodlawn Marketplace that opened up this weekend. They had their grand opening. New coffee shop that was there. Also had a street market that was really good. Norwood also had a fall festival that was really cool. Got a chance to get on a little train with my girls and just kind of ride around. They were not afraid of whoever was dressed up in the little costume. Like, they actually laughed at them, so I'm proud of my babies. And then Roebuck had the neighborhood meet and greet with a job fair at the Darren Hawkins Rec Center. I beat some kids in sack racing, and so that was cool. And so just wanted to give a shout out to Miss Becky Wallace for catching that on camera. Thank you.
You're welcome. And I don't know if you guys know, but Councilor Moore has his own drink named after him. Was it coffee?
Yeah. So I'm going to tell y'all that it's named after me, but really it's named after one of the partners that opened the coffee shop. I got a text message that said, man, you really doing something if you got a drink named after you. But it's actually named after the owner, one of the partners that opened up the coffee shop, Mr. Chauncey Moore. So
we're still gonna say it's yours.
But it's mine still.
Okay. Well, councilors, before we adjourn, we have one speaker on the list, Mr. Ricky Green.
Morning.
Good morning.
My name is Ricky Green. My address is 107 74th Street North. I just come to address the council today just so we can try to figure out a solution with everyone's very aware of what's going on in Birmingham, which is the gun violence in our city. And no need to talk about what's going on. We're all aware of what's going on in our city every day. But I'm here so we can try to come up with a solution so we can solve this problem, because innocent kids and innocent victims is being struck by stray bullets in our city every day, and some is dying. And when I was 5 years old, I grew up in the Collierville community. I was shot by a stray bullet myself in the back with a .357 Magnum. The bullet stopped 3 inches away from my heart, but God kept me here because He had a purpose for my life. And not everyone is so lucky. But the thing is that I went to a friend's funeral last week. We had a repast over in the Kingston community, and we was out there about 3 or 4 hours, and it was strange to me because the 3 or 4 hours that I was out there, I didn't see not one cop patrol the area. Now, we can't prevent crime from happening because nobody never knows when it's going to happen. But if we can try to put somebody in the hot seat for a minute, we need to beef up patrolling in the communities. Not saying that it's going to prevent the crime from happening, but we will have a greater response time
when it does happen, and maybe we can catch some of these guys before they get away. But the police need to be patrolling in the communities like the mass bus. The mass bus runs every 15, 20 minutes. One's coming, one going up, one coming down. And that's how we need to be in the community with the police. The police job is to protect and serve. We have to stop oppressing the poor and start protecting the people. We have to let nature run its course. But I'm beginning to think that we don't want it to end because it employs too many people. The jails get paid, the cemeteries get paid, but the families is the ones paying the price because we losing loved ones out here. And it's not going to be long before it hit your homes. It's going to get out of control to where they're not going to have no respect for the authorities or the police, and they're going to start killing officers. And then what? Now it's time to step up and do something. Because now they're taking away our own. But what about the lives of the unfortunate people? So I just want to say, I'm going to be in touch with the council. I want to meet with you guys. And let's try to come up with a solution so we can at least slow it down just a little bit, because it's like a wildfire in Birmingham. It's going out of control and people are afraid. People are afraid of their own houses. It's crazy. They won't even they're afraid that the child go outside and play in the yard. And not even that, they keeping them in the house and that ain't even safe in the house. Bullets coming through the window. My best friend's son got shot in Kingston with a straight bullet come through the face. Christian just got released from the hospital.
Mr. Green, your time is up, so can you wrap it up?
Well, that's what I wanted to say. Pro-President Temporary Crystal Smitherman. God bless you, and I have your card, and I'll be in touch with you.
Yes, sir.
God bless this council.
God bless you. Well, Councilor Tate, hold on a second. It's a blessing to have her because of her experience, and she does have a lot of initiatives that she's working on with us. So we'll just keep you in the loop. Councilor Tate.
Let me just invite you out Saturday to Crossplex. Let's talk peace, healing, and public safety. And you'll get a chance to hear from some experts that I'm definitely working close with. But I often say this, and I'm going to say this to you. This is a community-driven effort, which means that everybody has to play their part. You can't police your way out of this, and you certainly can't arrest your way out of this. So everybody in community has to be the eyes and ears, because the police certainly cannot be everywhere all day and all night. They have an obligation, as you say, to protect and serve. That is true. But when you have a department, and I don't know if you've been looking at the news lately, gun violence is rampant all across the nation. We just had some officers in Connecticut, Bristol, Connecticut, that were called to a 911 call and were ambushed when they got there. You just had an officer to get shot in Hoover. So it's not just in Birmingham, it's everywhere. And so we have to get in a place when it has to become personal, as you said, like to everybody, even if it don't hit your house. So I'm very concerned about the level of violence. Coming from where I come from, being a black female in a rural white town, in a town called Defuniak Springs, Florida. Very, very, and I carried a weapon. But at any day and any time, my life could have been lost because of the areas I had to travel in to see about people that I supervised that were placed on probation or parole. So I worked in very dangerous situations for almost 10 years. So I thank God that I made it out. But when you have the height of violence that you see in the nation and the things that we've seen, people don't have respect, again, for authority. And we got to get to that place where we have respect for authority. And again, you can't police your way out of anything or arrest your way out. So we have to make investments back into marginalized communities, and we all have to play our part in doing so. That includes you as well. And so come out to this event, and I would love to hear what you have to say and what you can offer, towards how you can be a person to make some changes in the community that you live in. So I don't want people to think that we're not concerned. So I have this conversation with these 8 people that I serve with, and also the mayor and his team. We're working on some things. I just came back from Aspen. A team of us went out there to bring back some solutions where we can start identifying issues that are rising up in community. But again, it is going to take the work of everybody. The preachers, the teachers, the business owners, everybody has to play their part in this. So we thank you for coming here, continue to elevate this issue, but know that we are working, particularly me and everybody that I serve with, is working behind the scene. And so I don't know if you're aware that we do have the hospital-based violence program. And that initiative is led by some formerly incarcerated women that I know. And so people have their hands full. I just was in Atlanta last Friday and got an opportunity to see Mr. Clint Lacey, who has the Credible Messenger program. And we had people over from Birmingham over there being trained as violent intervention interrupters in communities. So that's another initiative that I'm working really hard to introduce in the city of Birmingham. So maybe, as you say, we didn't get here overnight, but we're going to work our way out of this. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilor Tate. Just very quickly.
I was going to, may I say something real quick?
Yeah, very quickly.
Councilor Tate, everything you said is correct, and I don't disagree with you at all. And I was going to say that it does take a village to raise a child, like they say. And the thing is that as city officials and police and things like that, we have to regain the trust of the people, because the people don't trust the government. So in order for the people to tell or communicate with you guys or what's going on out there, it had to be some kind of trust there. So we'll talk about that at a later time once we meet behind closed doors, but I just want to say thank you, and thank you for the invite, and God bless you all.
Thank you for coming down. Okay. Thank you. I don't think we have a list of the officers that came down here for a council meeting. So is there a motion for adjournment?
Second. All in favor, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye. Thank you.
This is Councilor LaTanya Tate. We are live at the Bout Well with Come Skate with Councilor Tate.
We are the Birmingham Pandemic Rollers.
We are having an amazing time here. I have my whole staff here, the Pandemic Rollers. Just various people are here. Neighborhood president, Mr. Leroy Lassiter is in the house, and we are having a great time.
Birmingham, Alabama needed not only a skate night, but this was a FREE skate night. For Councilor Tate, who's only been in a council maybe a good year, already knows the importance about giving back to the community. And that's why the community is here tonight.
This idea came from a childhood memory when I used to go skating at Valley Skating Center in Homewood. So we taking it back, Valley style, Green Springs Avenue, right here at the Bout Well.
Back during the height of the pandemic, we were just trying to get out the house, alleviate a little stress. We would skate down to Railroad Park, we would bring our radio. People would be passing by and saying, hey, who are y'all? What are y'all doing? And we're like, hey, this is just what we do every week. It's a way to alleviate stress, have fun, build community, get exercise. And slowly we met other members who gelled with us, and we all became family. We lost family members through the pandemic. It just kind of helped us form a closer bond with each other. And eventually, as people passed by and they saw us skating, they just felt the vibes, and they were like, man, there's something really special here.
I feel great. It's a great turnout. Everybody is just skating in peace and love and harmony, and we are having an amazing time. So this is a sneak preview of what's to come. So look out for the next Come Skate with Councilor Tate.
If you want to learn more about the Birmingham Pandemic Rollers, just visit their Facebook page. And as always, for more from the Birmingham City Council, follow along with us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Stay safe, Birmingham.
Good morning, everyone. This is Councilor J.T. Moore, and these are your D4 announcements. So, first things first, we're here at the Don Hawkins Rec Center with the director of the Rec Center, Mr. Chevelle Lee, and he has some very important things that he wants to share with us about some different events that are going to be taking place. So, share with us what's going to be taking place here at Don Hawkins.
Well, thank you for coming. My name again is Chevelle Lee. I'm the director of Don Hawkins. So, some of the events that we have coming up, we have the Trunk or Treat, which is October 22nd, here in the parking lot of Don Hawkins. Also, this week coming up this Saturday, we have a meet and greet tag with the job fair. So if you want to come out, please come. Birmingham Park and Rec has youth basketball approaching. The cutoff date is November 22nd. We are looking for teams to sign up or players to sign up, and you can sign up at your local rec center, whether it's here or any of the other rec centers here local in Birmingham.
So if you're in the area, you want to participate, please make sure that you get in touch with Mr. Chevelle Lee here at the Don Hawkins Rec Center. We'll be able to, share that information with you so you can participate. But thank you.
Go be him.
So, of course, we have neighborhood association meetings taking place. This is the third Tuesday of the month. So, we got to go to South Woodlawn and the Pine Nose Vista neighborhood at 6 p.m. to find out what's going on in the neighborhood. Also, on Monday, we will have the Kingston Neighborhood Association taking place as well. So, if you would like to learn more about neighborhood associations, how to get involved, or other details concerning those, please visit us at the birminghamcitycouncil.org website. Go to the District 4 page, scroll all the way down, and we will have all those numbers, addresses, location, times, things of that nature for you to view. This Thursday from 10:30 to 12:30, the Brownsville Community Center will be having and hosting their community health fair. So if you find yourself in the Brownsville neighborhood and all the residents that are there, make sure you all attend. It's going to be a great event. It's going to be a lot of fun and a great way to connect with everyone. And I got to give a big shout out to the Woodlawn Colonels. This Friday at Lawson Field, they will be having their senior night. But the cool part about it is they'll be playing against my old alma mater, Minor High School. So I'm excited about the game. It's going to be a great event. Just want to be able to celebrate the seniors for the job well done that they've been able to do. And even though it's my alma mater, I'm rooting for Woodlawn, man, to pull through and bring home that W. And while we're on sports, I just want to say a big congratulations to the junior linebacker / defensive end, Mr. Jeremiah Williams, for being selected Woodlawn's Student Athlete Standout of the Week. Jeremiah has a 3.6 grade point average. He is a member of Woodlawn High School Academy of Business and Finance program and has been learning the ins and outs on how to run a business doing hands-on activities. He also plays basketball at Woodlawn, and while being a two-sport athlete and a member of the academy, Jeremiah also works a part-time job. So look, we just got to celebrate this man for the job well done and the work that he's doing and the example that he's setting. Hey, my hat's off to you. And last but not least, we got a fashion show going on, y'all. So if you're into fashion, Miss Alicia, you should definitely make sure that you come to the Woodlawn area. We got the Trespa located at 5529 First Avenue South. We'll be hosting a fashion show from 2 to 5 p.m. The tickets are only $20 at dtrespa.com. So detrespa.com. Make sure you come out. It's going to be a great event. They're going to have on some really cool clothes. Might even be some things that you see out there that you want to purchase as well. So those are your D4 announcements. I appreciate y'all. Y'all make sure y'all find somebody to give them encouragement. Wake up and motivate somebody, help somebody, inspire somebody to reach the next level.